Hey, Happy New Year.
Hello and welcome to episode 5 of The Booth. I'm Dennis Swan, and I'd like to introduce the cohorts, Mr. Josh Silver
Hello, everybody.
and Mr. Tyler Holmes.
Good evening, folks.
Yeah, there we go. It's quicker than the last couple. Well, starting off tonight, I don't know about you guys, but the in the news lately, I don't know what it is and why people still feel the need they have to travel in this pandemic. And nobody is worse than I am I hate the words COVID-19. I hate pandemic. I hate restrictions. I hate masks. I hate it all. But I have part of a brain to know we got to follow some rules, get rid of this damn thing so we don't have these words in the news anymore. Wouldn't you guys agree with that?
100%.
Now, because, aside from all the politicians that are going, like your buddy Ted Cruz there, Josh, and, well, countless other Canadian politicians, but, they've been, basically being the biggest hypocrites in the world. There's been like just the regular rank and file people going too, like that couple from Nova Scotia. I don't know if you read about it. They snowbirds, they go down to Florida every year around January, but then they got a deal on some tickets that were in December. So they went down in December, well ahead of when their insurance was supposed to kick in. And guess what? They both ended up contracting COVID-19. So to make a long story short, because of the fact that insurance now won't cover them because of a pre-existing condition, they're in the hole $300,000.
Oh.
Apparently, after all the bills are tallied up. That's according to the interwebs. Yeah. Well, everything went wrong there. I mean, well, they took a big deal. They got deal on tickets, but was it worth it? Well, I don't think so now, because they were going down because, like a lot of people, like older people, they experience arthritis, fibromyalgia, stuff like that. And the warmer weather is better for that kind of stuff. That's fine, but I think they could have made do with. Yeah, they could have. I think they could have made themselves a little comfortable back here. Just waited a year, and then go down. But the thing that really shocks me, how long has this thing been going on? A little less than a year now. So it'd be March 12th, I think, was the official kind of shutdown.
Yeah.
And we're a couple of weeks away from that, I think. You would think over the entire year, we would have a grasp of how to function in society. Masks are not to protect us, it's to protect other people. So the wife, anyway, was on the news, and she said, I don't know how we got it. All we did was go out for groceries, and we had our masks on. Well, they went out, they probably touched 1,000 things in that grocery store that other people touched, and they thought their masks were going to protect them. The ignorance is still going on, and it's just maddening, because that just goes to show there are people still not familiar with how to do a basic basic hygiene, like washing your hands, all this, and making sure you're wearing a mask. And because of that, makes me wonder how much longer is this going to go on? You know,
Fauci was just quoted in the news of saying Americans should expect to wear masks until 2022.
I dare say even longer.
Yeah.
To be
So,
honest.
I think those people should be fined. 300,000. I don't know how you deal with that. I guess you go bankrupt or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm
That
not making light of it because I'd be, I'd just be sick. I mean, they'd have to sell their home probably as a start.
Well, what were they thinking? Like,
yeah,
I can see, okay, they want to go down, fine. Like, free will, go, whatever. But you think you'd have your insurance up to date before you go?
Well,
Wouldn't you?
yeah, because they went
Like, they went
they
before
went
they were
3
scheduled to
weeks
go.
ahead or something like that.
And
Their
what they
insurance
thought,
doesn't kick in till the first when they usually go down, but they didn't. There was a mix-up,
like, I don't
and the
know. Like,
husband is not in good shape. He had to be airlifted back to Nova Scotia, I guess, from Florida.
who?
So I think that's part where he might be still in the hospital. I haven't read any updates on it, but man, like, yeah, I think honestly, I would have put up with the arthritis and the fibromyalgia for a year, because compared to that now, what they're going through, that's just
Well,
gangrene worse.
this, this is just proving Darwinism, right? Like,
Mm.
this pandemic, like, if you're that stupid, your chances are you're probably not going to make it.
And there was a couple from Canadians went to Mexico. They're on the way back. They claimed they filed false test results coming back, and they got fined $10,000 and $7,000.
So you mean they were positive and they claimed they weren't, or
I guess that must have been it.
yeah,
But you're always going to have stuff like this going on. People thinking that they're Superman. They're going to, you're going into, you'll have to go in the States at some point, I'm assuming, unless they're direct flights to Mexico. I don't know how it works.
yeah.
But it's, yeah, there's just there's with so many people, there's just so many chances of stupidity, basically, is what it is.
So now that you're aggravated about this, I'll just add a little fuel to the fire, Dennis.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You probably heard, I have it on here. I was Googling it while we talked. You can't see anything.
Okay.
But ABC News, woman arrested over Capitol riot, allowed to take a trip to Mexico. So rules a judge. So she got on. If we're posting references, I'll email this to you. She got on social media and bragged about the fact that she stormed the Capitol building violently and then got arrested, because you couldn't be more stupid than that. So she got arrested. And once she got arrested, she went in front of the judge and cried and said, she owns a flower shop. I'm doing a bonding experience trip with my employees, and I need to go to Mexico for work to bond with my employees. After storming the Capitol building, which killed law officials, and was allowed to go to an international trip during a global pandemic.
Is she charged? Like, does she still have to go to jail or pay? Like,
Well, she went to the Riviera Maya. That's lovely.
oh, what state's this from?
Yeah, I'll give you one guess.
Florida,
Nah, one more guess.
Georgia.
Midland, Texas.
Oh,
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah. Let's see here. Did she get charged? Porter.
Like, what? How would the judge rule that? Like, holy,
Yeah,
like,
it's just tragic, eh?
like, oh, no wonder the States is burning at the moment.
Oh my. Oh my, I don't know. But all right. Let's maybe get to something a little more happier.
All right.
I think it's time maybe we'll do a cereal bowl. What do you think, boys?
Let's do it.
Let's
All
go for
right.
it.
Welcome to Denny's Cereal Bowl. I'm Dennis Swan, and well, we got a lot of cereal to review today, so let's get right to it. There was one I had not too long ago. I forgot to mention it in the last episode of the Cereal Bowl, and that was Cinnamon Cheerios Oat Crunch. I really like this cereal because it has one of my most favorite flavors in the whole world, cinnamon, of course. Clusters might get stuck in your teeth, but that's a very, very small issue. And plus, it gives the illusion that you're actually eating healthier when you're really not. So I'm going to give this one 3.5 spoons because it was very flavorful and had different textures throughout it. So for that one, 3.5 spoons. Now, my next one is Captain Crunch's Holiday Crunch. Or if you're an American, it's Captain Crunch's Christmas Crunch. It's basically Captain Crunch with additional color shapes for the holidays. I thought the additional shapes would have come with some extra flavor, give it some pizzazz, but unfortunately it fell flat. It was just a tad bit of flavor that didn't zap the taste buds enough to garner any interest. I could have just had a regular bowl of Captain Crunch and basically get the same desired effect, which isn't a bad thing. So I'm going to have to give this one 2.5 spoons. Now, my next one, Cheerios Frosted Vanilla. This is the latest one in the Cheerios flavored universe. And one of the more disappointing in my view. Another flavor I love, vanilla, which was really reduced to just another glazed cereal, which we have tons of. I honestly thought that the folks at General Mills would have gone with a more actual vanilla flavor, maybe put a vanilla bean flavor in there, which really would have enhanced it great. It would have hit it out of the park. But instead, I got a weak hit. The first base was out. So I'm going to have to give this one 2 spoons. Now, the next one after this is Blueberry Pancake Crunch from the good folks at General Mills again. And Captain Crunch hasn't been a great cereal for their additional flavor line. So when I got this, there was a bit of apprehension to me. But guess what? They actually impressed me with this. There was actual blueberry flavor. And even in the remaining cereal, there was actual pancake flavor in it as well, which balanced out beautifully. And then, when I go to buy another box, it was great. So I'm going to give Captain Crunch Blueberry Pancake Crunch 3 spoons. Now, my final one is from the Tim Horton cereal line, which of course we have birthday cake, we have chocolate Timbit. Now we have cafe mocha. And it was a bit of apprehension on this one too, because chocolate cereals to me have been kind of hit or miss. And when you break it down with this cereal, it's basically chocolate Timbit glazed cereal with some coffee flavored marshmallows in it. This one took me a few bowls to actually kind of appreciate it. But with each bowl, I started liking it a little more, and I am a coffee junkie. So this actually began to grow on me, and I'd probably get another box of it down the road as long as it's available. The only thing that I wish that there was a bit more coffee flavor in the marshmallows. It would have given that coffee mocha flavor a bit more. But what is there is ample enough for even coffee junkies like myself to appreciate. So I'm going to give this one 3 spoons as well. And that's it for this edition of the Cereal Bowl. Glad you joined me, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.
When did you get the coca or the mocha or whatever?
I never even heard of those.
Well, this is why I do the Cereal Bowl.
You get special pre-release packaging, don't you?
Well, no, I'm up and down the cereal aisles much more than you guys, I guess. I don't know.
I think you should get. I think you should get a Canadian cereal aisle behind you rather than that American cereal aisle.
Yeah, but Canadian cereal aisles aren't as colorful as the Americans. Americans know how to market cereal. They know how to make it look pretty. I was in that Walmart near Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas a few years ago. My gosh, I could have stayed there the rest of the vacation.
The second to the bottom row where all the kids the viewpoint of all the kids, that's the best aisle there is, or the best shelf there is in that aisle.
There you go. But I forgot to mention one. I'm going to do this. Will be a nice live thing now. I forgot to do the mashup. Remember, did the Fruit Loops and the Frosted Flakes mashup?
Yes, I do. Forgot
to mention that. So I'm going to mention it now. I did a little experimentation because Kellogg's came out with the Fruit Loops Frosted Flakes mashups. So all I did was take 50% of one, 50% another, mix it all together, and voila. And you know what? It was good. It was 3.5 spoons as far as I'm concerned. And that's out of 4, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that. But anyway.
What was the mashup? Fruit Loops and Frosted Flakes?
Frosted Flakes. But I'm going to be doing another mashup. I don't know if Tyler knows what it is. I might have mentioned it to him, but he's going to shut up. He's not going to mention it to anybody because that'll be for the next cereal bowl.
I can't remember what it is right off the race now. But
that's good. That's good. Plausible deniability.
Hang on now. What was the mashup rating? 3.5?
3.5 spoons out of 4.
Oh,
I thought it was pretty good.
I'd highly recommend doing that. It's very good.
Now, would you say 3.5 spoons too?
Oh, definitely, easily, yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Listen, I have something for good news. Unless you want me to wait my turn.
No, you go right ahead, sir.
I just figured it'd be a heavy episode, so I deliberately inserted a couple. I have 2. The first one I'll share now is in Kenya. For all of 2021, not a single rhino was poached.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Huge. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That's amazing.
I know. That's huge.
That is
now,
awesome.
Unfortunately, the numbers are so low, they're probably hard to find, but still, that's huge.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I hate hearing that poaching stuff. I hate poachers.
Yeah.
But anything else, Josh?
I have a few things, but I can wait.
Well, no, that's up. What about you, Ty? Do you have anything on the books? Yeah, I thought you might have mentioned something.
Well, mine's just kind of a complaint more than anything.
Okay, well, let's hear your complaint.
Is it about me?
Whenever there's about 6 flakes of snow that land on the pavement, people have no idea where the yellow line is, and they drive in the middle of the road.
Oh, yeah.
That drives me crazy.
And that's probably everywhere, well, including PEI, but I mean, it probably happens everywhere, though.
I do the passive-aggressive swerve towards them to let them know I'm coming their way.
Oh, yeah, typical Dodge Ram owner. You think you own the road. You got the attitude.
I'd like to think I own my half of the road, yeah.
Yeah, but you're going over the line, aren't you?
Yeah, well
I see. Well, now, actually, we shouldn't be going on about this. The RCMP watching us now. They'll be showing up at your door with SWAT team.
My thing is, I'm usually driving in my lane, not in the wheel tracks, so I have to go slower, and then everybody's piling up behind me, driving in the wheel tracks while I'm trying to drive in my side of the road. Just aggravates me to no end.
Well, you're kind of like the plow, though, are you? You're like heading the wagon train.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm usually driving not in the wheel tracks, as everybody's driving in the middle of the road.
You guys are all stressed out and tense. You need to find a way to relieve some pressure, boys. You're all stressed out.
Oh, yeah. Like someone was on Friday was pretty stressed out. Then like remarkably.
COVID's been rough on us all, Tyler, and you don't need to judge.
Oh my God. All right. Enough of that. I got to bring up something here. Every week on Compass, it's either one of you guys seem to be on it. And I brought up some. I went through my archives not that long ago. And I discovered I was on Compass.
Oh.
I was. And I think maybe right now I will show the tape.
Business as usual here in Cornwall this evening, but I can tell you there was nothing usual about the scene here last night. Hours before a Stanley Cup winner was even decided, Sam's restaurant was electric. Everywhere you turned, a sea of black, gold, but it didn't take long for those shakes to turn to all-out cheers.
People in Cornwall
look at
say
you,
they
carrying
are
on
the
like a
big
psycho.
winners.
Look at
Steve
that.
Bruce told you earlier about the scene last night as fans cheered on local hero Adam McQuaid. And the cheers got even louder.
Nice. You got more character than both of us and all of our viewings.
I was a character. Hey, I was happy.
Did they have to escort you out or anything?
No. But my blood pressure was up a little bit, though.
Did you see McQuaid with the cup when he came?
Yep. I got video of that somewhere, too, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just retired, didn't he?
He did. Yep.
Because he says his body was taking a toll on his body.
Oh, injuries he's had.
He's
a disease, too.
What's that?
He has a disease, too. There's something wrong with him.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Oh, well. No, all I know is he was retired, but anyway, he got a ring, so nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of appearances and things, I'm in the buzz for this month, too, by the way.
The buzz?
Yeah.
Is there a police blotter section or what?
No, in the back, there's like a little thing up in the top corner. It shows me and the 3 kids. We're doing the nature walk. They're talking about that. It's a picture of us.
Have you got it handy?
It's downstairs.
We can edit that in, Dennis?
Well, if he has, he can take it in.
Or we might need their permission, or what?
I don't know. Well,
man, we'll put it in.
Whatever.
I'll just take it in tomorrow.
Yeah, all right. And, okay, yeah. Now, getting away from that, did you hear, this is a bit of an odd news bit here. Did you hear of the Tesla driver in North Carolina, I believe, who crashed his auto drive Tesla? It was on autopilot, crashed it into a police car. But the thing was, he was watching a movie while he was driving in autopilot. This, again, is Darwinism at its finest. And the guy was a doctor. So he's watching a movie while driving, putting it in autopilot, putting complete faith in the Elon Musk's technology, and he demolishes a police car. Bravo.
He's probably not going to walk away from that one too well.
No.
Oh, well, I'm sure he's fine now.
I'm sure Tesla takes zero responsibility.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, no, yeah. You just misread the manual, I guess.
Well, that's like the Winnebago. Like, do you ever hear the story about the Winnebago? They had to put a disclaimer on their like cruise control. Buddy went back behind, was like cooking in the oven, and crashed it because he had an autopilot. That's just one of those rumors you hear, right? But I don't know.
Need to
It's an
fry
urban
up your
myth.
bologna, buddy. How else are you going to fry up your bologna?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's just amazing how people just do this. But anyway, getting away from that, got an old time file here on my end. You guys remember the first record you ever bought, or maybe your parents bought you?
I do.
No, not a clue.
No? What, you, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
What was yours?
Jay Giles Band, Angel is a Centerfold.
That was the first one?
That was the first one.
Well, I got you beat by about 2 decades, I think, or
Oh.
more. 1973. You remember the K-Tel records?
Mm-hmm.
I had stacks of K-Tel records. And this started the collection. It was called Jukebox Jive. And the vinyl, like the cover, it was in the shape of the old Wurlitzer jukebox. And I still remember it. And I still remember all the songs on it. And then the second one I got was Dynamite, another K-Tel record. And that had a lot of funk on it, like Kool and the Gang, Hollywood Swinging, which
Nice.
I got to see them actually do when they opened for Van Halen in Ottawa.
Wow.
They were the opening band. And we were laughing, we were saying, oh, Kool and the Gang, what a joke, having them open for Van Halen. But you know what? It was actually not a bad show. There was probably 12 or 14 of them on the stage and choreographed and all this stuff. And they did Hollywood Swinging. And I was like, it was actually pretty good. And they did a damn good job of it. Like horn section, the whole works.
Cool.
It was cool. It was cool. It was Kool and the Gang. So there you go.
That's awesome.
All I can remember is Sharon Lois and Bram record that my mom had.
Was that yours?
Oh, well, when my brother's probably.
Really?
Yeah.
I figured I would have passed that down to you.
I remember sitting around the hi-fi system at home. My brother and I would play my parents' 8-track tapes. I think we had an 8-track player in one of the cars. I don't remember. Anyway, they're huge, eh? They're like, yeah.
And in the car, you had to have cardboard wedged in the side of it to keep it from. If we lost that cardboard, it's not going to be a good listening experience, right?
Yeah.
And I remember Dad had ABBA tapes. He had Harry Hibbs.
Your dad was an ABBA fan?
Dad liked ABBA.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He did. Yeah. He had a couple of ABBA 8-tracks, and I think I bought ELO Discovery. The 8-track of that. And I'm sorry I ever bought any 8-tracks. I actually had Aerosmith, The Ruts on 8-track. I remember that. And Pink Floyd Animals.
Sweet.
But it's 8-track, though, right in the middle of a song. Then the song continues.
You wouldn't have a choice. That was cutting edge back then.
Oh, it was. And, cassette decks for cars weren't really out yet, so.
So I just listened to a podcast this morning where they interviewed the man that designed all of the outfits for ABBA.
Oh, yeah?
And in Sweden, there is still on the books a tax law that says if your outfit you wear on stage isn't fit for normal day use, you can have it as a tax write-off. So in other words, the more outlandish your outfit is on stage, you can write all that off because it's work related. So the designer of all the outfits said, oh yeah, they wrote off all their outfits, and that was one of their perks for being dressed like that.
Yeah, they had some pretty outlandish outfits.
They did.
Yeah.
Sequin jumpsuit.
Oh, and there was like, wings and stuff hanging off them. And, oh, yeah.
Like a cross between a pro wrestler and a hooker, kind of.
Yeah. I guess.
Would they jump around a lot with these wings?
Well, you look at some of the footage of them.
It was a disc. You're not into ABBA, Tyler?
No, not Not a big ABBA fan. Sorry.
Buddy.
Oh, I don't. I don't mind that. I mean, I'll listen to a tune every once in a while. But even watching some of the old stuff on YouTube. I'll tell you. I mean, Agneta and Annie Fried. I mean, they were pretty hot.
You're hot, and they swapped they were dating each other, the couples, and then swapped spouses and carried on, and then they all split up.
Yeah.
I sank a boat in Florida. All of us were fine. One guy needed stitches and stuff, but I sank a boat right in front of their mansion in Florida. How about that for an ABBA?
You sank a boat.
Yeah. We got caught in a storm, got hung up on a reef, and it pounded itself to death, basically.
How big?
And how did you know it was ABBA's mansion?
Oh, because that was like the big talk of the town. Like, oh, look, that big house over there on the hill, that's ABBA. And this was long after they were famous. This would have been early 90s.
Oh, okay.
So
they were retired well by then.
Yeah, but I don't know why they'd live together, or maybe it was their mansion when they were in their heyday and they still call it the ABBA mansion. I don't know. Listen, did you guys see the United Airlines engine video?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Wow.
Right. I think shoot. I won't look it up right now. I believe it was Denver, but it doesn't matter. United Airlines flight took off, and right after takeoff, one of the engines literally exploded, and like a massive cowling and hundreds of other parts came crashing down to earth. Like the cowling that goes around the front edge of the engine would have landed around my truck if it landed perfectly and wouldn't even touch it. It was that big. Like it would completely destroy your house.
Did it land in a neighborhood or?
Yeah, it landed in a guy's front yard.
Oh.
Yeah, look up the footage, and then of course everybody online or on the plane is like filming it as it's going, and you know the engine's vibrating like this, and it's just all in flames. And
so
anyway.
They got different angles from it, or?
Well, there's one from underneath looking up, like it must have been the ground crew took that one, and then lots of passengers through the windows.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. And then they released the voice recording of the pilot calling back and saying, "Mayday, Mayday, we need to circle back and emergency land," and all this stuff. Anyway, long story short, everybody's fine. They landed it good, which is nice, but pretty intense. I mean, literally, those parts would have killed someone if they landed on them. That cowling was massive. I was actually surprised how big it was.
Well, it depends on what kind of plane it was, too. Like if it was like a 747 or something, everything on those is massive.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It was huge.
Jeez. Well, no, I'll have to look that up now. You got me all curious.
Yeah.
I don't like watching those videos. I watch too many of those jumbo jets and videos. Oh, it's terrifying. Makes you not want to fly.
And as always, the pilot is as calm as us talking right now. Mayday, Mayday, be advised, we have a catastrophic engine failure. We're going to have to, and the air traffic control dude's like, "What? Can you repeat that? What?" Yeah, be advised, we have engine failure. Like, it's just amazing. But he said that's all they do. He said from day one in school, you just train to.
Well, they are. I'll tell you, if that was me, I'd be shrieking.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be saying, "We're all gonna fucking die." Yeah, that's why I'm not flying a plane. But well, if you guys don't have nothing,
I got a couple things. I don't want to hog the show here.
Oh no! By all means, Josh.
My number one topic.
All right, this ain't Dairy Queen or anything again, is it?
I took a lot of flack from coworkers about the cherry. I'm still upset about the cherry. There's still no mention. I know you tried. You're part of their conspiracy.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. It's bullshit. If it costs an extra $5, charge me $5. I can make that choice for myself.
Did you actually eat the cherry, or did you just throw
Yeah.
it out like every
Oh,
other
all
no?
right.
They're
All right.
horrible. The cherries are horrible.
Yeah, so you just
right.
throw it out anyways.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
All right, come on, boys. Come on, calm down. Take a drink or something. Gee, sorry, I'm sorry I brought it up. Go ahead, Josh.
Listen, the COVID bill that no one's talking about, I seem to be the only one beating this drum, says the bill include. Oh, we're shutting the door.
All right. Oh, wait a sec. I thought Max had some kind of review on cereal, by the way.
He was standing on the sidelines, and then he was told he had to go to bed. That's why the door just got closed.
Oh, well, now I feel bad about that. Well, I guess I'll have to do it next time. I guess you'll have to.
We'll do next time. I know you're doing a cereal bowl. I'll have him.
Oh, it doesn't have to be. Just do it. Yeah, we'll give him some time if he has to debate my review or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So a COVID bill was passed. I don't understand this, so don't ask too many questions. But it was basically the second COVID relief bill in the United States. And they said we need whatever, I think it's $1.7 billion for the next bill. And for whatever reason, I have no idea, but when they do bills like this, like these emergency ad hoc bills, they throw in a bunch of extra shit. Why and how, I don't know. But one of them was that within 180 days, the Pentagon must release all UFO disclosure documents. They must disclose all their documents. And that's all secret services. So CIA, FBI, Pentagon, they have to release their documents, and they have 180 days. So I did the math, and that would be, where did I write that down? Anyway, so half a year from like a month ago.
Did the bill get passed?
Yeah.
There must be a way to sidestep all that stuff that gets added.
Well, I'm thinking, being a skeptic, I'm thinking they're just going to redact everything. They'll release the document and have blackout markers everywhere. But they did cite, they said 3 videos have already been released by the TTSA, and I have names for them, and we can include them in the notes if we want to as well. And they show actual jet fighter pilots tracking this thing on radar, and they're saying things like, holy crap, that's got to be a UFO. There's nothing man-made that does that. Or we're going to track him, and then all of a sudden it says, no, we're not, because he's gone, and stuff like that. So they've already started releasing stuff, but be interesting.
Okay.
Is there UFOs in the world that showed up? Yes.
100%. Oh, yeah. 100%.
You think there's UFOs that made contact?
That
Or
have
not made contact, but observed us at least.
Yes. You?
No, there's UFOs out there. But I don't think they give 2 sweet shits what we do.
No, I don't think they're impressed by us, or.
Yeah, we're not advanced enough. We're
No.
like
I totally agree with that. Yeah. What do you think, Dennis?
Not advanced enough.
No.
Not advanced enough. Listen, we got Blu-rays, man. We're advanced. Aliens got Blu-rays. I doubt it. I doubt they even got movies. We got entertainment.
The saying that we use in many, many instances in our culture is, quote, with a cherry on top. We can even do that.
You just won't let that go. You know what? Their people have just they're going to shut YouTube off.
No, they're probably
going on about this fucking cherry business. Oh, well, we're past that.
Great. More on my UFO.
All right.
Alien life.
All right.
We'll call it. More on that later, because things are trickling out, and so there you go.
So what's the Mars new Mars rover gonna show that they just landed there?
Well, they did.
Rocks.
I think they did conclusively decide that there used to be water there, right?
Yeah, that's been long since decided.
And I don't really agree with it, although I'm dumb as a post. But they say that the only thing that all living things that we're aware of have in common is they need liquid water. So whether that's true with alien life, I don't know. But you're saying that that's an element that absolutely must be present.
Yeah, not that long ago they said every living thing needed sunlight, but then that's got debunked there a few years ago when they went down to those, the worms down by the thermal tubes way down in the bottom of the ocean that never see sunlight.
Yeah. So that's what I say. I'm not sure liquid water is the decisive factor, but they do seem to think it used to be on Mars, and there probably could have been amoebas or something there a billion years ago. Who knows?
You know what I wish they get a picture of? I don't know if they have. Maybe they have gotten pictures, but Mons Olympus or Olympus Mons, the largest mountain in the solar system that they know of right now.
Yeah.
It's like 5 times the size of Everest or more. I said, let's get a picture of that. I'd like to see that mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe get the rover up there and get it driving down or something. So,
what planet is it on? Is it on Mars?
On Mars. Yeah, Olympus Mons. It was like a volcano at one time, I think. But it's something like 25 miles high. So she's a brute.
That's a big mountain.
But you get a little distant shot of it, and then you say, okay, there's a pretty cool sight. Everything up to this point, it looks like you're outside Bakersfield, really.
They're not going to take pictures of it because it's an alien skyscraper, and they don't want to prove that there's aliens yet.
Tyler, you're being negative.
See, I didn't do nothing. All I said, I just wanted a picture of a mountain, and then he had to go and bastardize it.
Did you say, Dennis, if there's alien life out there?
Oh, there's got to be.
Yeah.
Like you even said, it could be worms with funny hats. I mean, it could be, who knows? But there's got to be something. I mean, billion galaxies. Come on.
Yeah.
It's got to be something.
I saw actual footage of Sigourney Weaver battling one.
Oh, so did I. You're talking aliens, you mean?
Yeah, I think her breast was out in that movie, wasn't it?
Her what?
Didn't she show her breasts in that movie?
Aliens?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think she ever.
No, there was a movie.
Well, I don't think it was any of the Alien franchise.
I'm going to make a note of that. I'll get back to you the next.
Oh, you're going to get back? Because, I mean, listen, the Alien franchise, it's supposed to be for kids. Can't be having nudity in it. You can have heads chopped off, arms ripped off, legs, stuff coming out of your guts, but no. Please, don't have nudity.
What was the name of the robot? The android?
Bishop.
Good man.
In Aliens.
Yeah.
Ash was in the first one. Well, then there was David, I think, in the prequels. But Winona Ryder she was an android in Resurrection, I think.
Yeah. What about the third one? There wasn't one in the third one, was there?
I don't think there was. And I haven't seen the third one enough to even...
I've seen it 3 times, maybe. Twice, 2 or 3 times. It was terrible.
Well, I haven't watched... I got the anthology or whatever it's called, and they have both. There's a director's cut of each movie. So I keep meaning to watch Alien 3, the redone cut, just to see if, there's any...
Yeah, maybe it's better.
Maybe. But even the first Alien, there was stuff they left out.
Maybe the breast scene.
Well, yeah, you're really up there at the breast stuff, aren't you? Oh.
All right, my next topic, and I have one extra, but this is just going to irritate me. Elon Musk is now the richest man in the world, and he just bothers me.
Well, why does he bother you?
I don't know. He just seems smug. What's his kid's name? Like Nickel or Sunshine or something?
Is it?
I don't know.
I see. I have no idea. Now, I guess you'll be researching that now for the.
All right.
Well, here's some now. Since we're talking about Elon Musk and that, what do you think of this Mars colony stuff that he's pretty well pushing here?
I don't see that in her lifetime.
Yeah, that's true.
No. And
You
why
don't
would
think
wanna
it'll
go to
be
Mars?
there?
No. Why would you want to go to Mars? To die?
Well, see, this was my question, right? Because if you ask him, all right, he's basically saying within the next 6 to 7 years, there's going to be a colony on Mars.
Well,
according to him.
Well, they'd have to start shipping stuff there now.
Well, that's the thing. Right now, it's a one-way trip.
Yeah.
They have
Go
100
there and
people
die.
already. There's 100 people signed up, ready to go. Plus, well, they need, it's actually groups of 4 or 5 going on each mission. But they have to have a backup because you could get a call anytime once you sign up. And you got to be available that second. They want you, you got to go. So
yeah, but we're not even we can't even get humans there, let alone gear. Like we have a ways to go, right?
Yes, but this is the outline of the trip, and the thing is, you go on this trip, it's going to take you. It's about 140 million miles to go to Mars, which will take you probably over 350 days to go.
350 days, so a year.
So
the first thing I do is stop at the Borden Esso and take a pee. Like that's just a given.
Borden Esso?
Yeah.
Is the three-breasted lady gonna be there? Because then I might sign up.
Eh?
Three-breasted lady?
Yeah.
Somebody's been watching too much Total Recall. I don't think Arnold's going to be up there.
No,
but
you never know.
But so you guys wouldn't do it, even if it meant history. You would be in the history books.
I wouldn't even go up in a rocket ship if they paid me to go up $1 million right now.
No
way. Like if they gave me $1 million and said you can go in a rocket ship tomorrow, up and back, like just go up into space and come right back. Would you do it? No, I would not do it.
Really?
Oh, I'd do it.
I'd do it.
No. I'd do it.
No.
I've long said if I could go to the moon and keep the space gear, like my outfit, I'd donate my right arm to science. I'd do it today.
No.
Yeah. I'd just like to do the ride. I'd like to go up in the like blast off and then come back down. That'd be enough for me. Because you're going the fastest any human has ever gone.
Right. And then I would also request that I get the slow motion picture of me walking on the tarmac with the gear on towards the. That would be
Michael Bay film it too.
Yeah, sure, whatever. We could put a soundtrack behind it. I'm just saying, boys.
Well, just like there's so much that can go wrong going up, but then coming back, there's even more that can go wrong.
Yeah, but you know what? It'll happen so fast you won't even know.
Yeah.
You'll be disintegrated.
I'd rather die. I'd rather die doing that than crossing the street.
Oh, crossing! I mean, we're in one of the most dangerous cities in Canada for crossing streets. I mean, one-way streets. We got to look up and down both ways.
There was a gal that went up Kent Street the wrong way on Friday as I got to work.
That happens
every couple days.
Yeah.
No, that happens. Yeah, that happens more frequently than you think.
Yeah.
But another thing, well, is tying into another thing. I mean, I got a few space things to talk about, but all right. So if we're up in space, and we actually walked out, we couldn't smell it at the time, but space does have a smell apparently.
Burnt gunpowder.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Or charcoal, like a barbecue. Apparently that's the smell of outer space. And how they know this, when they come back in from spacewalks, they can smell it on the suits.
Ah.
that's how they smell this sulfurous charcoal gunpowder smell. And they figure it's because of all the stars and supernovas that have happened, all the gases go through the universe. So there's a little tidbit for you. Of course, you learned it on the booth. So,
Tyler, if you went up to space and back, think of the stories you could tell on the next DeBooth episode.
No, thank you.
I feel like you should rethink.
I'd be splattered into atoms all across the world. No thanks. Like, did you not watch the Challenger video? Does that not terrify you still watching that video?
no, well, I mean, that was a horrific event, but you know, it's not like, well, you'd be going up in a Russian spacecraft actually if you're going.
That's even worse.
Well, I don't know. The Russians haven't, except for in the 60s maybe, but I don't know if they've had a lot of failed missions like in the the modern times though.
So you're saying Russia has top-notch engineering and dependability?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Especially if there's a nuclear reactor involved. We all know what happens with nuclear reactors.
Nothing much. What happened? 14 people got.
It was 18 or something. I think.
18 got radiation burns. What are you making a big deal of that for?
What are you talking about?
That's the press release. They said 18 people got radiation burns.
Are you talking about Chernobyl?
Yeah, the back.
Oh no, not that. No. But it seems it reminds me of something else, and I don't even have it in my topic list. But did you know there was a Russian nuclear physicist that was checking? They had their own version of the Hadron Collider, kind of a smaller version of it in Russia in the 60s.
Okay.
Really? In the 60s?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It was at this institute, Nuclear Institute or something. And this sign, I can't remember his name right now, probably ends in all off or something. But anyway, he was doing maintenance in the tube and he accidentally released a safety feature of some kind. And antimatter basically went through his head. So he's basically, and he lived, he survived, he's still living, believe it or not.
Is he Spider-Man?
I was just going to say, does he have superpowers?
Well, he's 85 now. Even if he did have superpowers, I don't know how well he could use them. But side of his face where he got his paralyzed, and apparently at the time he had this, it was just swollen. But it was only like a millisecond of light that went through the front of his head. And he survived it. So
that's pretty cool.
There was a guy. I'm shocked I didn't even have that in my.
I heard a story when they made the Hadron Collider that they were pretty sure it would make antimatter and a black hole, albeit microscopically small and like instantly quick, but they didn't have any proof that the black hole wouldn't just continue growing.
Well, that's the same with everything that they blow up or do, right? We just talked about the Manhattan Project. They didn't know if that was going.
Yeah, they thought it could well be a chain reaction that kept proceeding.
Could have blown up the world.
Yeah,
but we're still kicking.
Maybe there's a wormhole and we can go through our shuttle through it.
Or Man in the White Castle, the Dynevenvelt portal, There you go. But you guys got anything else?
Yeah. You want one more thing or are we done?
Oh, no. If you got one more thing, go ahead.
One more thing.
I'm saving some topics for the next show just to entertain all the folks.
Australia has experienced one of the most astonishing drops in crime ever recorded by any country. Since 2001, Break-ins have fallen by 68%. Motor vehicle theft has dropped by 70%. Robberies dropped by 71. Attempted murder by 70. Murders by 50%. Overall homicides, including manslaughter, dropped by 59%. And the short story is they don't really know why, but because of the global but they're theorizing because of the global pandemic, black markets for stolen goods have all but dried up, creating greater risk and less reward for thieves, and also declines in less alcohol consumption among younger people, improving economy and lower unemployment, and then better technology with cars and homes. So that's pretty cool. It's a whole country, whole continent.
Wow.
So there's hope.
Well, yeah, but I don't think you'll see that here.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll experience drops like that.
Because our local populace is disgruntled. Because
Pretty well.
we can't get a fucking cherry on our Sundays.
All right. That's enough. And on that disappointing note, as Mr. Clarkson would say, this ends episode 5 of The Booth. I'm Dennis Swan, and along with my colleagues Josh Silver and Tyler Holmes, I'd like to wish us all a good night, and we'll see you next time on The Booth. Adios.
Bye, guys.
Bye.